Hi, kia ora. If it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Matt, and this channel is all about me being in my 50s, keeping active and staying engaged. It's going to be a mixture of all sorts with a twist of humour. And today, it is all about balancing my Hohem MT2 Gimbal by doing a 3-step calibration. Now in this video, I'm just going to focus on my DIY phone setup and any issues that may arise. Expectations: after turning the gimbal on, error messages all over the screen, lots of shaking, possible outcome it just may not work. But I hope that doesn't happen. If there is any information that I've missed, it's best to go to the Hohem website. They also have a Facebook group, and there you can post inquiries. Now before we start, have the gimbal in this position, with the 3 motors unlocked. Push down slightly left, keep it there, then lock the 3 motors. Now the thinking process is to make sure everything that needs to be on the gimbal is mounted prior to calibration, not after. For example, you may think a cable will not make much of a difference, but the weight of the cable is just under 10 grams. So if you added this later, you will need to recalibrate. First up, install the L bracket. There is an adjustment you can do by loosening these 2 screws. There is a tool here held by a magnet. I have made adjustments so that the phone clamp does not press down on the phone's power button. Now loosen this lever, slide it on, and then lock the lever. Next, install the phone mount or phone clamp. Unlock this lever, slide the mount on, and then lock the lever. Prior to mounting the phone, the charging cable has already been connected. Now I use this bar as a gauge, so every time I mount the phone, it ends up in the same place. There are different ways to mount the phone, but I prefer it this way. Now this phone setup has a filter stack, which includes a sunshade and a lens cap. Remove the lens cap prior to calibration. This DIY filter stack is designed to snap on using the one-way magnet ring. The combined weight altogether weighs in around 160 grams. So to solve this problem, I will be using a counterweight, which is this full light with a cold shoe adapter. Now on the top here is a 1/4-inch socket where I am going to install the full light. Now I've previously weighed it. It weighs around 120 grams. So we'll find out if it is enough weight to counterbalance the filter stack. The gimbal comes with an AI tracker, which also is a full light. You see here I already have the AI switch on. This also has magnets for easy mounting. That is everything mounted, ready for calibration. Now there are 3 calibration steps: tilt, roll, and pan. Now the Hohem channel on YouTube has a calibration tutorial that covers each step. I'm just following those steps. Firstly, we're going to start off with is the tilt axis calibration. Point the phone up into a vertical axis. Now let it go. It falls backwards. So that says that it's top heavy. So to fix this, unlock the vertical tilt arm, which is this arm. And this allows up or down movement. Now because it's top heavy, I'm going to move it down until it stops tipping backwards. Yep, now that looks good. Lock the arm. Next is pointing the phone forward in the horizontal axis. Let it go. It falls over. That says it's front heavy. Now unlocking this arm, the quick release plate, allows the phone to move forward or backwards. Now because it's front heavy, I'm going to move the phone backwards until it stops falling over. Okay, check it off. Still looks like it's falling forward a little bit. Readjust. recheck. Going to do different angles. Nice. Lock the tilt lever. On to step 2, roll axis calibration. Unlock the roll axis motor. It's rolling off to one side. So now unlock the roll axis lever. I'm going to move it this way until it remains motionless. A little bit more. Nice. Now lock the roll arm. Third and final step, the pan axis calibration. Unlock this lever. Pick up the gimbal. Ensure that the handle is slightly horizontal, somewhere around 60 degrees. Then turn the phone left. Let it go. Then turn it right. Let it go. So you can see it is falling forward. So that says it's front heavy. Unlock this lever. Adjust by sliding it backwards. Lock it. Recheck. Turn it left. Turn it right. So it's only slightly falling forwards now. So I'm going to adjust it one more time. Just going to move it just a little bit. Lock it up. Recheck. Left. Nice. Right. Nice. Lock the lever. Well, that's the 3 steps. Calibration's done. Time to turn the gimbal on. Now before I unlock the motors, this is the power button. Now to turn on the gimbal by holding the power button until you hear a ding. Okay, checking for errors. So far, so good. First thing that I do after turning the gimbal on is motor torque calibration. So go to the M button and tap it 5 times. Now while waiting, the gimbal is checking each motor and applying whatever amount of torque that is needed. And we'll get to see that in the torque display window. Followed by a micro adjustment for horizontal balance. So that's torque calibration done. To go to the torque window, press and hold the M button. Now it shows it has picked the full torque range for each motor. Now on the side here is the A and B button. Select the B button, takes you to the next window. Joystick down to the roll adjustment. For a visual reference to fine level, I'm using the Open Camera app, which has a level meter, a horizontal line and vertical line, and at the bottom it displays a reading in minus or plus degrees. I also use things around me, check horizontal lines and vertical lines. To really test the gimbal is the ICP mode known as Inception mode 360. This is going to be the make or break. So to get back to the default window, hold the M button. Then tap the M button 3 times. Looking good. No error messages. No shaking. That's a happy gimbal. Now tap the M button once to get out of ICP mode. And you can see the gimbal returns back to where it was previously. Now just an extra to do with the AI tracker, which is the reason why I brought this gimbal in the first place. Press the trigger button 3 times. Now using the OK hand gesture to activate the AI tracker. Now remember I previously turned it on. See, it's tracking my face. I'm really close, so tracking will be a bit of a challenge. Now I'm going to try this at a vlog distance. Everything's looking level. I'm framed well. Easy. Now use the hand gesture to stop. It's that simple. Well, that's a wrap. Still no error messages? What was I even worried about?
Error. Self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Now we're just going to go live. We're live. Feel free to comment. Now, everything that I use, I've either purchased, borrowed, bro, I promise, I'll give it back. I posted it yesterday, it's with a courier. That, no, this is just a cardboard cutout, see? Quit. Ooh, that was getting really intense. Editor, cut all that out and come in here. Everything that I'm using, I've either purchased myself, borrowed, purely for content creation. If I'm going to do any reviews, it's going to be what I use on a weekly basis. Like my Hohem Gimbal MT2. True. Well, that's the last time I do live. What the did I do with the box?